Welcome into the Nut House Studios for another Soapbox special. On this special, Jason previews the upcoming Royal Rumble this weekend and gives his predictions. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey everyone, welcome in for a Soapbox special. We haven't had one of these in a while. This is for the Royal Rumble that's coming up this weekend in Riyadh. Officially Road to WrestleMania, WrestleMania 42 to be exact. I'm kind of mixed about the pay-per-view being in Riyadh. I know they kind of play politics and throw a bunch of money at it to try to get the superstars that they want to appear that aren't even really, some of them are surprises and stuff like that. And then the women's match doesn't ever feel as authentic. But we'll see how it goes. It is the Royal Rumble. A lot of superstars are confirmed for the Royal Rumble, for the women's Royal Rumble. Former champions Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair. Probably assume that that we'll see probably several other superstars as well as returns. And then the men's Royal Rumble: Cody Rhodes, Joe Hendry, Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar just recently announced that he'd be part of the Royal Rumble. And then there are two other matches that are going to be part of the card. That is Drew McIntyre making his first title defense against Sami Zayn, who won a tournament to earn a shot at the title. And then the other one is a retirement or lose and retire match for AJ Styles. And he is facing Gunther. Gunther most recently retired John Cena, but he's got Goldberg and a couple other wrestlers on his belt. As far as guys he's retired. But men's Royal Rumble, as I said, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Gunther, Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, Dragon Lee, Penta, and then there's about 21 superstars that have not been announced. Finn Balor tried, if you saw this past week, he tried to get added to the Royal Rumble, but Adam Pearce told him it was full, and so he threw a little fit. And then the women's Royal Rumble, quite a few have been announced for that. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, Asuka, Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and Gulia. Quite a stacked card for a stacked roster for each one. Honestly, with everyone that they have in AAA, NXT, LFG, Evolve, and their the next, whatever the next up thing is, where they have the titles that are at independent promotions. I honestly think that they have enough talent signed that there should be a separate Raw and SmackDown pay-per-view, or not pay-per-view, but Royal Rumble. It's been done before, or expand the number of people in the Royal Rumble. I do feel like the women's roster is small enough that they could probably just expand the existing to maybe 35 or 40, and include some of those wrestlers from the other branches of the promotion. I mean, and they've also had outside wrestlers last year. Joe Hendry, Jordan Grace has wrestled before, when she was not part of the WWE roster. There's a lot of surprises and people expected and rumored. I know that Chris Jericho is probably the strongest rumor. A Kevin Owens return, a Stone Cold appearance. Stone Cold, possibly. He's mentioned several times recently about wanting to make a return. Kevin Owens, I don't think he's ready to return from injury. Same with Seth Rollins. A couple other guys that just aren't quite there yet. And there's also rumors of Bianca Belair and Naomi also possibly returning. I don't think Naomi makes sense. I think she is either getting ready to have a baby or just had a baby. But yeah, Undisputed Championship. Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. In all honesty, I love Sami Zayn. Energetic character, very talented. I don't see the guy ever holding the title. Ever. I mean, maybe give him a win it on Saturday, lose it to someone Monday night, little couple day title reign. But I don't see him being someone that is a torchbearer that holds that title for a long period of time. So I don't see that happening. I think Drew retains. As far as AJ Styles versus Gunther, I'd like to see Styles win, but the way that it's felt, and the way that things are going, I think this is his last match in WWE. He did recently trademark his name as the phenomenal AJ Styles and the P1 and stuff like that. Just last week or this week actually, Tomasa did the same thing and ended up debuting on AEW. I don't think Styles is AEW bound. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to TNA. I wouldn't be surprised if he just kind of bounces around for a little bit, but I do think Styles is winding down his career. But if he does win, I see a build up to a rematch with Gunther for WrestleMania and Styles retiring at WrestleMania, but we'll see how it goes. I'd like Styles to stay around longer. I feel like he can still go, but if he can't, he can't. So some of the odds of the men's Royal Rumble, the top 5. We'll start out with that. So they have Romans at a plus 150. They have Gunther at a plus 200, Braun Breaker at a plus 300, Sami Zayn at plus 400, and LA Knight at a plus 500. After that, CM Punk, Rhodes, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Oba Femi, Joe Hendry, Jacob Fatu, Rusev, Carmelo Hayes, Dominic Mysterio. Just kind of give you an idea. I don't see... LA Knight, I'd like to see. Roman Reigns, I think, is the most popular opinion. They want him back in the main event. They want him, you know, the company did well with that title around him. I don't think it makes sense to have Gunther win it unless he loses to Styles and then you put the title on Styles sometime between now and WrestleMania, and then Gunther retires Styles for the title at WrestleMania. Braun Breaker, I think that's actually a decent choice. I just wish that the Vision storyline wasn't so prominent as far as like them focusing solely on putting it on him. Sami Zayn, I see him being in the final, but I don't see him winning it. LA Knight, like I said, he's kind of a, not really a dark horse, but he's there. CM Punk doesn't need it. Cody Rhodes, I don't want to see him win it 3 times in a row. Or well, not 3 times in a row, but I don't want to see him win it for a 3rd time right now. Jey Uso, I don't think it's the right time. I think he needs to stay in the tag team division with his brother and continue to help build that back up. Seth Rollins, I don't think he's back yet. Oba Femi, I think it's too early to put it to rocket ship him up there. Joe Hendry, I like the guy, but he's kind of got the Sammy vibe with me. Jacob Fatu, you could argue that. Rusev, I don't know. Unless they're planning on just attaching a rocket ship to Rusev, I don't think that makes sense. Mello could be a dark horse. I don't think Jimmy Uso's the correct answer. I don't think Brock Lesnar is the correct answer. Dominic Mysterio, I think he's a couple of years away from it, but I could see him doing it. Randy Orton may be back in the hunt. I don't know about Drew McIntyre. I mean, he's title holder now, so unless he loses and they put him in there. Aleister Black, I don't, unless he gets that just rocket ship to his back like a Rusev or Carmelo Hayes, I don't think that makes sense. The Rock, God no, please. Karrion Kross is be an interesting one. He's not technically with the company right now, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. Chad Gable returning would be awesome. But outside of that, I mean, no one else really stands out. Grayson Waller, Pat McAfee, The Miz, Andrade, obviously not Andrade, but several of these people just make no sense. They're just either too far out of their career or they just don't have any of the oomph. The top 5 for the women's is Liv Morgan at plus 100, Bianca Belair at plus 150, Rhea Ripley at plus 250, Becky Lynch at plus 600, and Tiffany Stratton at plus 800. And then there's, after that you have Roxanne Perez, Charlotte Flair, Lyra Valkyria, Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer, Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, and Jordan Grace. And then AJ Lee and goes on from there. Liv Morgan, maybe. I don't know that she needs it. Bianca Belair to return and get right back in that spotlight. I don't know. That's iffy. I think Rhea Ripley's enjoying her tag team success right now. I don't think that that's the right move. Same with Becky. Tiffany Stratton returning. I don't think Tiffany Stratton does well on a tag team. I think she does well as an individual. I don't really see Roxanne Perez winning it. Charlotte Flair seems like too obvious of a push in. I'd like to see Lyra. That wouldn't be bad. Or Stephanie Vaquer. Io Sky. I same thing with Rhea Ripley. I think that right now leaving her in the tag team division is the correct answer. Jade Cargill, Nia Jax. I think both of them would be fine, but I just don't see it yet, or see it right now. Chelsea Green, obviously, a decent choice. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I don't think AJ Lee is committed enough to full-time roster to be on there. Jordan Grace wouldn't be a terrible choice, but I don't know. There's a whole bunch of options, but yeah. Hope that it's a good Rumble, and hope everyone enjoys it.